Today, family, is going to be the last tutorial for the Chicago Bulls. Starting this week, the new team of the week is going to be the OKC Thunder as voted by the family. So, to end it, I'm going to show you how to use the Chicago Bulls bench to dominate online and offline. And the key to this is to use the flow offense. Now, I'm going to explain to you why you want to use the flow offense with the Bulls and especially with bench units. But before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to a family member, official SwitchChat TV. He showed me that there's a quicker way to initiate the flow offense. I'm going to show it to you guys here. You actually don't need to do the quick isolation with the pick and roll. Now, don't get me wrong, that still works and it's still pretty fast. But another way that also works is that just don't call a quick ISO and just pass the ball to the middle to a wing player. You can actually initiate the flow very quickly too. So if you haven't seen the flow freelance offense, click the link above to see that video in detail. But today, I will be showing you how the Chicago Bulls or a bench unit in general can benefit from the flow freelance the most. Now, in terms of the Bulls or any bench unit you use, you probably want someone like Doug McDermott as your flow starter. So what I mean by flow starter is he's going to be the guy that starts the flow offense. You see him here. I'm making him go to the middle so he can trigger the offense. McDermott is good for this because not only is he a shooter, he's also a big guy. So he can make these tough passes, as you can see there, because of his height. And at the same time, because he's a big boy and he has pretty good hands with a big guy, he can do a lot of the finishes that you need in this initial flow part. Especially this handoff part where right now you're going to go turn around, go to the baseline. McDermott, because of his shooting ability and size, can really handle this. Because even if he doesn't make the drive, he can make the free throws. So you want to find someone like McDermott to be your flow offense starter. But at the same time, because of his talent, you don't really sometimes need to run the branch here. I'm just running a middle high pick and roll. It still works because of his height. And here, I'm actually not even using McDermott as the flow starter. But because of his shooting and his ability to catch and finish, I can actually have him come off the down screens and run the side flush with the postman, as you can see. And he'll finish it up. So this is very suited for bench unit who probably only has one guy that is talented enough to score. You probably want to make him either your flow starter or the pin down guy that flushes in from the side. The bigger the wing, usually the better. Now, but for Chicago Bulls, they're pretty lucky because at the same time, they also have Aaron Brooks. And he's the kind of do-it-all offensive point guard. So if you got a point guard like this coming off your bench too, he will also fit very well in the flow. This is especially true because if you got a point guard like that, you don't even need to start the flow offense. You can just run these middle high pick and fades with a big man who can shoot the J. Because he's a speedy point guard, you'll probably be able to squeeze out a little bit of airspace for your big man to hit that jumper. Here you can see Aaron Brooks do it one more time. I'm just calling it a quick ISO because I actually don't want the branches. I'm just going to run this middle 3-2 pick and fade. And with a big man who can shoot and post a little, good spacing, get him easy looks. But because Aaron Brooks is a do-it-all offensive point guard, you can still initiate the flow with him, but I suggest don't make him the flow starter. Make him one of the flow guys that come off the pin downs on the side. So you can see I'm actually making Kirk Hinrich the flow starter. I'm having Aaron Brooks come off the pin down, and that's perfect game planning because he can hit this jumper, and Taj got good screening. But the best part, the absolute best part about giving the flow offense to a bench unit like the Bulls, or to any bench unit you want in 2K, is that if you have big men that can't shoot, the flow is going to have them play pretty effective. So you can see Taj and Joe here, who are two big guys that absolutely cannot shoot the free ball, nor are they that fast. But what they are is that they're gritty, they're grindy, Taj is solid in the post, and they're both pretty good passers. So with that said, you can find the spacing in the flow offense and actually help them be more successful. You run a space the floor attack with these two, you're gonna die because they can't shoot and they can't really handle. But if you run the flow offense, especially with bigs coming off the bench that aren't that talented on offense, you can just run the simple stuff. Feed it to them in the high post, have someone flush in, make them dump it in, easy passes, easy finishes. Big men who are not multi-talented on offense exist plenty in the NBA, especially on the bench. So if you got a bench unit running these kind of high-low style, it's dirty, it's ugly, but you get offense, which is all you really want from your bench most of the time. You just don't want them to mess it up. I remember in the comment section in the last video, a lot of you asked me, oh Sam, should I use the pace motion? I really like the pace motion. Should I add in any other of the freelancers? I'm telling you right now, absolutely. Now, if you're a My Team player, maybe not so much, because if you got all that auto superstars, you want to run a pace motion and just space and kill. But if you're playing online, or if you're playing like a full My GM season against the computer, you're gonna need your bench to do well, especially if you're playing way longer games like 12-minute quarters like I do. You gotta get your bench going. And the flow freelance is the best way to score ugly with limited talent. If you got a good wing like McDermott, he can get you some. But if you got these like kind of like gritty garbage man kind of style big men who look for putbacks and stuff, you need the flow, family. Look at how ugly Joakim and Taj been doing. I've been missing, I've been not making shots, but I'm getting free throws and I'm getting ugly putbacks. If your bench is doing that like 10 minutes a game, you're gonna win a lot of damn games. That's just the way basketball is. So this is the last tip of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed my Bulls Team of the Week feature. Let me know if you guys like this idea. I'll probably keep it up. And the straw poll, there's a straw poll in the description below for the next Team of the Week. OKC is going to be the current one, but the next one, I'm only going to have teams that are currently under 500, teams that don't have a winning record in the NBA right now. So you can vote for one of those. So bad teams only. So that would be the next Team of the Week. So as always, family, thanks for coming by. I couldn't make a lot of videos the last few days because where I live, there's been a lot of power outages, crazy storm. So it's been rough trying to upload and download. I don't want to talk about it. I had this video uploaded halfway and then power died for like 6 hours. But I'm back. So hopefully this upload works this time. But yes, good news, I'll be showing more online gameplay coming up soon, and I will be playing OSN sometime in early December for a wager, so keep an eye out for that. I enjoy his gaming style, so I'll be doing a video collaboration with him, hopefully. He will play me, so he's excited, I am excited. I'm just waiting for 2K Wars to be over, then I'll wager a lot of the guys that I train, just for fun. I am competitive, but I'm not really in it to bring anyone down. I love to play, I love to win, and I like good competition. So keep an eye out for that OSN game coming up maybe in a week or two. And OKC videos coming up the rest of the way. Vote in the straw poll for the next team, and it's going to be a crappy team. Only crappy team options there. So I'll see all of you next time, and hopefully the power does not run out on me again. All right, family. See ya.